Hi guys, it's Narelle Cook from CanineCeuticals and welcome to Thursday's Thoughts. This is where I share bite-sized pieces of scientific information that I find really interesting, and I hope you do too. So let's get started. So this week I want to look at one of my favourite ingredients, and that is Palmitoylethanolamide, which is abbreviated to P.E.A. So back in 2015, researchers assessed the efficacy of P.E.A. in canine atopic dermatitis. So basically they wanted to see if P.E.A. could reduce the symptoms in dogs with environmental allergies. And I have to say, P.E.A. has decades of really good research in both the human and the animal space due to its anti-inflammatory, analgesic and antihistamine properties. So in this study, they looked at 160 dogs and the study went for 8 weeks, and they gave them a dose of 10 milligrams per kilogram of body weight of P.E.A. Now, if you consider the research more broadly, the dose for dogs often ranges between 10 to 30 milligrams per kilogram of body weight. So keep that in mind, because I often recommend the higher end of the dosing range for dogs with more severe allergies or, where it's been going on for quite a number of years. So in the study, they evaluated pruritus, which is itchiness. They looked at skin lesions, and what I really love, they also assessed quality of life. So at the end of the 8 weeks, the mean pruritus or the itchiness score decreased, and that was statistically significant. So in science, we have a p-value, and if it's less than 0.05, that's significant. So you can see here, this is 0.0001, so that's hugely significant, which is great. And of those dogs, 30% showed a reduction that put them in the absence, so the itchiness had disappeared altogether, to the very mild level of itchiness, to the point where the owner wouldn't even consider taking their dog to the vet. When we look at the skin lesion score, that also decreased significantly across the 8 weeks, and 62% of the dogs reached a value that put them in the remission range. So that's similar to dogs with no real skin issues at all. So that's amazing. And finally, when they assessed quality of life, that also significantly improved for these dogs, with 45% of the dogs reaching quality of life values that you would use to describe healthy animals. So that's just so good news for anyone with an allergy dog. Seeing an improvement in quality of life, it's just so important. So the authors concluded that P.E.A. is effective and safe in reducing pruritus, so itchiness, skin lesions, and improving quality of life in dogs with moderate atopic dermatitis and moderate pruritus. So if we just scroll down, so the paper talks a little bit about how P.E.A. works in the body, and one of the main mechanisms is that it downregulates the degranulation of mast cells. So all that means is that mast cells are a type of immune cell, and when they break apart, they release histamine into the bloodstream. And we all know that histamine is what's responsible for, watering eyes, runny nose, sneezing. It can trigger diarrhea. And we definitely know about, hives and skin redness and the itchiness that comes with that. And they highlight that other studies have also shown the benefits of P.E.A. for controlling allergic responses in animals. For those of you who like a visual representation, this is looking at the level of itchiness. So this is day 0 and then day 56. So that's the end of the 8-week trial period. And even when they separate out dogs with severe, moderate or mild itching, there's the same trend reduction in itchiness across the trial period. This is the skin lesion score. So again, you can see significant downward trends, so reductions in skin lesions for these dogs. But how great is this? So nearly 80% of dogs showed some improvement within the first month. So that's huge. And this is similar to previous findings for cyclosporin, and actually better than results reported for some of the other commonly prescribed prescription medications that's used to treat symptoms in dogs with atopic dermatitis. So if you haven't heard of P.E.A., if you haven't tried P.E.A. for your allergy dog, absolutely give it a go. It's an extremely safe ingredient. So it's got a high safety profile. It's extremely well tolerated, so you don't expect side effects. I mean, you can never say never, but it would be the exception rather than the rule. The great thing about P.E.A. also is it has no known cautions or contraindications with any prescription medication. So if your dog is on Apoquel or Cytopoint at the moment, you can absolutely use the P.E.A alongside those medications. So that's really good news too. So if you have any additional questions about the use of P.E.A for your dog, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at info@CanineCeuticals.com.au. Definitely jump onto the resources section of our website. Not only do we have blog posts and podcasts, we've got a great guide section, including our new allergy guide. So that just might give you some additional insights and tips that you can try to support and reduce allergy symptoms in your dog. Like our social media pages, that's Canine.Ceuticals for Instagram and Facebook. And if you haven't already, sign up for our newsletter to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest CanineCeuticals news. So thank you for another week, and I look forward to speaking with you again next week.